you for joining us tonight as we discuss different employment opportunities within Chesapeake Public Schools and the city of Chesapeake. We are excited to have human resource representatives from both organizations with us tonight. We begin, I want to let you know that this webinar is being recorded to share on our Chesapeake Public Schools YouTube channel. Participants' cameras and the chat feature are disabled. If you have any questions, please use the Q&A feature located at the bottom of this screen. We will answer all questions at the conclusion of each presentation tonight. Now we would like to introduce our panelists. From the city of Chesapeake, we have Ms. Patty Herlin and Ms. Mary Beth Nienaber. From Chesapeake Public Schools, we have Mr. Brandon Roberts, Ms. Veronica Mullen, Ms. Sarah Boone, and Ms. Mindy Green. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. At this time, I would like to turn the program over to Ms. Veronica Mullen. Welcome, Veronica.
Greetings, everyone. I'm going to wait for my colleague to bring up our presentation here. Thank you so much for attending the Careers in Chesapeake webinar this evening. Today, a few of our HR department members will tag team and discuss different employment opportunities within our district. We will also share our mission, our vision, and our application steps as well. At times during this webinar, you may hear me refer to Chesapeake Public Schools as CPS. Let's get started. So it's my absolute pleasure to further introduce the speakers for Chesapeake Public Schools HR department. Of course, I'm Veronica. I serve at the capacity of an HR generalist alongside my fellow peer, Mr. Brandon Roberts, who specializes in marketing and technology for our department. We also have two of our amazing department leaders on our webinar tonight. Ms. Sarah Boone, she is our recruitment and diversity administrator, and our wonderful assistant director of HR, Ms. Mindy Green. Collectively, we have almost 60 years of HR experience represented today. So let's dive in and get started with our mission. The mission of CPS is to provide educational excellence by engaging all of our students in meaningful and innovative learning experiences. This mission empowers them to successfully fulfill their life purpose. To achieve this mission, we work diligently to ensure the best professionals are on staff and in place. Our vision is to inspire, engage, and empower all learners to achieve their highest potential. We embody this approach with our students, faculty, and staff. By population, Chesapeake is the second largest city in Hampton Roads and the largest employer in the city of Chesapeake. In 2023, Forbes magazine recognized Chesapeake Public Schools as the third best employer in the state of Virginia. This acknowledgement is one we are very proud of, and we believe it is largely attributable to the customer service our faculty and staff provide to our stakeholders. From the Forbes rankings, Chesapeake Public Schools is the #1 school district on the best employers list for the state of Virginia. As representatives of the HR department, we seek to connect, recruit, hire, and retain the most effective personnel in all areas. We offer competitive pay, benefits, professional and personal development opportunities that promote employee growth and engagement. In our search for candidates to join our district, we prioritize qualifications and experience that align with our commitment to delivering high-quality education. For teaching positions, we generally seek educators with relevant degrees and teaching certifications, along with a passion for innovative and student-centered instruction. Support staff roles vary, but we look for candidates with skills and experiences that demonstrate their ability to contribute to a positive and productive school environment. Ultimately, we value individuals who are dedicated to fostering a nurturing and inclusive learning atmosphere for our students. Here's a listing of our current benefits on your screen. We strive daily to be the best place to work And we are committed to offering a comprehensive benefits program to help our employees stay healthy, feel secure, and have a good work-life balance. Some of our additional perks include on-site flu shot clinics, mobile mammograms, telehealth, retiree healthcare, employee assistance programs, retirement savings plans, and financial wellness. We are also proud to offer wellness centers and 2 pharmacies to fill prescriptions for employees and family members covered by a CPS health insurance plan. Our medical clinics offer free preventative and sick care services, health coaching, counseling, and health education. We even offer employees the opportunity to earn wellness credits to reduce their insurance premiums. Our employees and their family members have access to free counseling as a confidential service offered face-to-face or telephonic as well. We are always seeking exceptional candidates for the positions on your screen, so we invite you to apply and share in your community. We are constantly hiring substitutes in various capacities as well. Eligible positions include bus drivers, bus assistants, school security, nutrition workers, lunchroom monitors, custodians, teachers, and clerical roles. Let's talk about your next steps and how to apply. Visit our website, www.cpschools.com. Click on Jobs, top right of your screen. The job boards are sorted into categories based on job type. Select the job board you're interested in. Find the job you're interested in and select it. Click Apply Now. At this time, my amazingly talented colleague, Mr. Brandon Roberts, will take a moment to navigate you through our application process.
And here's how you apply. First, you want to find jobs located at the top right corner. You want to click that. This will bring you to different categories. Let's choose classified positions. Then you will find opening positions. We are going to select bus assistant. It's going to bring you here where you can find out everything about bus assistants, from functions to qualifications, skills. You want to click apply. This will bring you to N4. You want to register as a new user. We're going to fill this out. You can also upload your resume at that area. It's going to bring you to the registration confirmation screen. You want to click done. Then it'll bring you to the application process. It's going to ask you questions here. You want to answer all of the questions. All of the questions on the page you want to answer. Then it'll bring you to submit. You want to be sure to include all of the talent attributes: employee history, education history, credentials, achievements, references. Make sure you want to upload your resume. Once you click done, it's going to bring you to this screen where you can then log out. You can also come back to this screen to check the status of your application simply by logging in again. And that's a briefing of the application process. Thank you.
Alrighty. So we're going to move on to the city department. At this time, I'd like to introduce again Miss Patty Hurlin, who will talk about jobs for the city of Chesapeake. Welcome, Patty.
Well, welcome, and thank you everybody for joining us on this webinar and learning lessons on how to apply for positions. Perfect. Again, as we say, I am Patty Hurlin. Belong to part of the talent acquisition team. I'm one of the recruiters here at the city, along with 3 others. And we are the city that cares, as you all know if you live here within the city of Chesapeake. As we were discussing earlier, the purpose of this webinar is to discuss open positions that we have here at the city of Chesapeake, along with the application process. We're going to touch on what to expect next if you are chosen for an interview, and actually the benefits of working for the city of Chesapeake as well. As with the city of Chesapeake here, there we go. We have a huge variety of positions opened. Our jobs available, we have a variety. So if you're trying to enter at a non-skilled level, or if you just have your GED and your high school diploma, some college experience, intermediate or advanced, we have jobs for you. We also have a variety of positions. So we have 30 departments within the city of Chesapeake, and we have 570 working job titles. So there's something out there for almost everybody. So we can match most career paths depending on what you are thinking that your future is going to hold for you. And also we have jobs where if you start at the beginning entry level, we have a progression plan. So you can just stay in that job and just continue all the way through until retirement. As with the city of the Chesapeake Public Schools, we are one of the largest employers here in the city of Chesapeake. Next, yep. Here's just a little sample of our available jobs. As we had mentioned before, we have 30 departments, and they range from public works, the Parks and Rec and Tourism, public utilities, CIBH, development permits, and each of these have their own job titles. And one of the exciting things that we have is a lot of our positions have the same job titles in different departments. So there are room to explore and to go to different departments if you like as well. Go ahead, next please. So the main purpose of this webinar was to teach you all how to apply for a position. So the screen that we have up currently is when you go online to apply for a position, you want to go to the website jobs.cityofchesapeake.net. When you enter this landing page, as you see on the screen, this is our landing page. And it gives you options to choose full-time, part-time, seasonal, or volunteer. And you basically want to click on one of those boxes. Okay, go ahead. And in the clicking, so on the home page, you'll be seeing once you decide on if you want full-time or part-time, it's going to enter in and give you the screen to the left. And also you have an option not only to select different keywords, position types, and departments, if you actually know that detail of what you want, or down at the bottom of the screen, it actually, which is the slide to your right, it shows you each of the positions that we currently have open. And you can select view details for the positions in that spot as well. So if you're not quite sure what you're looking for, and if you want to explore different ideas, you're welcome to just keep on scrolling the page, and it will show you all of our open positions. We currently have 56 positions are currently posted and open for you to apply. Okay, once you've made that selection, and you can apply to more than one, so you can actually open up the positions and kind of explore what they say. You can read the details of what location, you can find out what department is actually hiring for that position. You can read the details, you can read the job description, and you can read all the information that will help you decide if that's the position that you want to apply for. So after you've explored all of our open positions and decided what you want to do, up in the right-hand corner, we have apply for this job. So you would click on that little button, and it will land you into an app where you would start filling in your information. Now there's several tabs in each of the locations that you're filling out for the application. So you want to make sure that you hit each of the tabs and that you actually fill in all the information. So as you can see on the right screen, you have a home page which starts with your contact information. And the great thing about this program is once you've filled out the application once, that information is stored within our system. And then when you get ready to apply for another position, all your information is right there. And you also have the ability, once you've filled in the information, to go back in when you apply for another position and update the information. So it's not frozen in time, but you are able to update everything. Say that you got another job and it's now 4 years later, you're able to add those jobs in the information as well. It's pretty simple. So each tab that you go through, you just save the changes, or you can save and continue. There's like 8 tabs that you want to fill out of information as you go through the process of the application. Okay, next screen, please. Okay, so here is showing you some of the information that is necessary on your application when you fill it out. So in the bottom corner, it shows you all the tabs that is necessary for you to fill out of information when you're applying for a position. So once again, once you've selected your position, you're going to hit each one of those tabs and you're going to fill in the information that's required. Once each tab you have completed, you're going to see on the top corner, the right-hand corner, you're going to save your changes and continue going forward. So as we had mentioned, that once you've done this first for one time and created your account, it will save all your information for the next time that you want to apply for a position. So as you do your personal information, all your educational history, then you add your training, then you do your employment, your driver's license, and professional references. And also, most of the time in our applications, you have the option to add a resume as well. But we do encourage you on the application that's in our CLIC system, in our applicant tracking system where you're applying, please do fill in all the blanks as much as possible. And then if you have extra information that is on your resume, do attach your resume for extra details. That just helps the recruiters when they're reviewing the applications to confirm what your skills are matches the job description. So as you're filling out each of the spots and information under your job description and under the details of each of your positions, you want to think about the job you're applying for. So you want to describe and think about what it was in the job title and the job description of what you're applying for and match those with your skills. So that way we can see how your different positions that you have match the position that you're applying for. So don't forget to go through all the tabs. Next screen. And many of you all will be applying as high school students. And you might think to yourself, well, I don't have any skills. I haven't done anything. I have nothing paid. But think outside the box. You have more to offer these jobs than you think. So under the section where you're discussing, where it says previous employers, think about paid jobs, think about your volunteering experiences, think about the activities that you've participated in. So you're thinking about the job description for the job. Let's just say you're applying for a recreation leader, and it says that it requires you to have 3 months of customer service or working with children. So just say that maybe you help out in the childcare at your church, or you volunteer and help out with your neighbor's children. So each of those items can be used as your volunteer experience, and you can place that under the previous employers. So you want to show all that work and be creative with what you've done and show your talent, because you are more talented than what you think. So just match what the job description says to the skills that you have and that you've been doing there while you're in high school. And it doesn't have to be a paid job. As I said, under previous employers, you can list your volunteer experience and activities as well. Just try to take what the job description says and match what you've done so they're equal in what we're seeing. So under the tab, so when you're doing the previous employers, as you saw, it says job description. So you would put that under that area for each of your volunteers or your memberships inside of sports or clubs. But just be creative, be thoughtful, because you actually have been working much harder than you thought. Okay, go ahead. Okay, so now you spent all this great time in filling out each of the spots. You've gone through each of the tabs. And at the very, very end, it's going to ask you to certify and check the box that you have read and agree with all these statements. Now, as you can see in my sample here, sometimes you go, I don't know, it won't let me certify myself. As you can see in this box, you have employment history is green. That means you did a great job. Everything is in there that's supposed to be, but you forgot to put information about your driver's license. So it's very easy. It gives you a tab in which you can just tab backwards, hit the tab that says driver's license, fill in that information, save and go forwards. And then you can just keep hitting forward on the tab until you get back to the end to certification. So your application is not submitted until you actually certify and check the box in that you've read everything and that you're continuing. So that's a very important step, that you want to make sure that you certify what you've said and put in your signature by typing it in. Okay. So great job. You applied for your first jobs and you're anticipating and waiting for responses from the departments. So now, once you've applied for a position, there is a closing date. So you want to be mindful of each of the positions and you're watching to see when they close. Once they close, all applicants are what's called scored, and they're put in an order of those that are highly qualified, those that meet all the job descriptions and qualifications for the position. And if you're one of our top candidates, you might and are going to be selected for interview. So typically at this point, the departments are going to reach out to you and they're going to give you a call and congratulate you and let you know that you're one of the top candidates and elect to bring you in for an interview. Exciting times. So great job. You've done a great job with your application. You showed how your experience matches the job description, and they're excited to meet you and see what's next in the work schedule. So you've now been called. They want to interview you. Prepare. This is going to be one of your first times that you've ever interviewed for a position, so you want to be prepared. You want to research information about the position that you applied for. Google is very good with questions that might be asked in an interview. So you want to do some research about the position and kind of like get a feel for what questions might be asked. And it's always good to practice in front of friends and families. So one way to help those butterflies in your stomach as you prepare for a job interview is practice, practice, practice. Get in front of your friends, get in front of your families, and just have them ask you questions and have you respond. Because in the interview, you're again selling your skills. You have a lot more to offer than what you think. When you go into your interview, do dress professionally. You want to make a good impression with the interview panel and let them know that you are very serious about accepting a job and to work for the city of Chesapeake. Okay, now you've done your interview. Excellent job. And you get the phone call and you're now selected. So congratulations. So once you're selected, there's a couple other steps that take place. And we call this onboarding. So if you are 18 or older, you will have background checks that we'll be performing here at the City of Chesapeake's Human Resources Department. So you'll come up here, fill out some paperwork with us. You'll fill out some hire paperwork with the department. You'll get some introductions with your payroll clerk and your supervisor and those that you're going to be working with. That's a very nervous time, I can expect, but people are very welcoming here at the City of Chesapeake, and we love to bring new people on and just share our knowledge and help you succeed. So we're here to help each other to succeed in their new endeavors and the jobs that you're here for. Don't be afraid to ask questions, because you're here to learn and share what you have and to be part of a team. So be open to learning and asking questions. Embrace the new opportunities, because this is going to be a brand new situation for you. So embrace it, enjoy it, make fun, have fun, enjoy your opportunities that are here before you. Next. Okay, as with the school system, the City of Chesapeake offers many perks and benefits. We have a very outstanding benefits and health and wellness. We're very wellness conscious as an organization, and we have a lot of benefits for all of our employees here. We do offer, some of our positions do have flexible work schedules where you have opportunities to actually telework from home. We have an auto progression plan. So like we had mentioned before, you may start at a beginning position, but as you progress in the years that you've worked here and gain knowledge, there is systems set in place where you can auto progress. Instead of having to apply for the position, you just continue to move up the different levels in that area. We're a very stable organization. As we mentioned, we have 30 departments, and we have the same job titles in many of the different departments, so you can move from place to place as well if you wanted to. There is plenty of variety. We're here to help our community and fellow citizens, so you're making a difference in the lives of your community, and you're showing that you care. As for you, for health and wellness and benefits, we do offer an outstanding benefits program. Our benefits from health to dental to vision. We have different plans that you can sign up for. We have a generous retirement benefits, defined benefits and contributions, where we have a plan that sets aside money where you can actually then put more money into a plan if you wanted to. We have paid time off, numerous holidays, paid holidays. So yes, you have those extra days off. We offer tuition reimbursement, long-term disability, and many, many more. This just lists a couple of the highlights of what we offer for a benefit package for you when you come aboard the city. And also, if you went to our cityofchesapeake.net website, you could actually visit our benefits brochure and see some of the benefits that we offer. Again, I am Patty Herlin. I'm one of the human resource specialists here in recruiting, talent acquisition. I'm here to help, so you can always reach out to me either via email or by my office phone number, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you might have. Thank you for joining us.
So again, this concludes our Careers in Chesapeake webinar. Again, I would like to thank all of our panelists tonight for sharing all of your wonderful information. And remember, families and communities work better together. Thank you and have a good night.